Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. All right, this is going to be an Ascension reading. So it's a collective Ascension reading. This is for anybody who is on the Ascension journey and can, feel themselves being upgraded or maybe getting downloads, and all the things that come along with that. Maybe a quick clarifier. Some of the symptoms that come along with Ascension are like extreme fatigue, confusion, lack of direction, because you're becoming a different person. Parts of your DNA are being activated right now. And if you are finding discomfort, just remember water and the Schumann resonance. So get yourself familiarized with Schumann resonance and maybe do some meditations to those. They really, really help ground you. I thought it was BS until I actually did a few meditation sessions to the Schumann resonance, and it's a game changer. So we are going to do a tarot spread about that, some advice maybe about what you need to do, or maybe some clarity on what's going on. Let's see what the tarot has to say. So I don't know. We're using the Rider-Waite, of course, and then I also have a bestiality and a Kali deck that we're also going to use. And then at the end, we will use an Art of War oracle deck that I have that has sentences on it sometimes that really does bring some clarity. We'll do that at the end. So let's get right into it. Alrighty. So let's see. Ooh, we got one popping out of the deck. Oh, we got the King of Swords. Okay. So right now I'm thinking that a lot of you are really trying to take charge and really trying to, move your life forward in a direction that you want it to be. Maybe, you've been living your life according to the the means and wants of other people, and it seems like there's something inside of that. It feels like a director. Something inside of you, something maybe foreign to you that's new that you've never really noticed about yourself before, and it's just starting to wake up, and it's just starting to kind of direct you forward. So let's see what else we got. I'm going to start off with the Lover's spread, and then I'm going to go into the Hierophant spread, and I'll explain what that means. So the Lover's spread is what you need to know right now on your own personal journey. So let's go. Alrighty, we got the Lovers reversed up at the top. We've got Ace of Pentacles reversed, and then we've also got the Ten of Swords reversed. I did a cool video on the Ten of Swords a little while ago. Well, the Tens in general, and the Ten of Swords is actually one of the most interesting cards in my opinion. So up at the top we've got the Lovers card reversed. So the Lovers card is about choices, right? It could be about love, but mainly it's about choices. So it being up at the top in your super conscious mind, that signifies like a lack of clarity. It signifies, you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know what to do next. You got all these feelings inside of you, and you got all this fire inside of you, and you don't know what to do with it. And I think maybe that's why the King of Swords is showing up in the general energies, because finally there's this little thing inside you that's kind of like inkling. It's an inkling in which direction you need to go in. But it's being shrouded. It's being diluted by this Lover's reverse card. So yeah, maybe this is representing that your ego is getting in the way of what you need to do. Maybe you think you're going to be judged. Maybe you think that you're gonna lose out on opportunities if you go ahead and you go with what you feel from the deepest parts of you should do. Here, get that closer for you, if you can see it. Yeah. All right. And then we go over here. We go to the masculine side of you. So the masculine side of you, right? This would be it would be kind of like the ego, to whereas the superconscious mind is like the spiritual side of you, right? The masculine part of you is basically your direct ego, and so you've got the Ace of Pentacles So this signifies that what I'm feeling is that there's a blockage going on, right? Your ego is causing the abundance that belongs to you, the abundance that's trying to get into your life. It's causing you to push that away, right? Or maybe not see it, or maybe think that it's not a realistic possibility for you. You know, I think it's really important right now that we move to the subconscious mind, because in the subconscious mind, this is the feminine part of you. You've got the Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, so now the Ten of Swords is indicative of not being able to let go of a situation that's already over with. You know, haunting memories of something that you can't change. Right, calling the need for you to just let go. Right, formulate an attitude of gratitude. As corny as that sounds, it's actually really true. Formulate an attitude of gratitude and extract the lessons from those experiences so that you can become more of an authentic version of yourself and make the necessary changes. Take the small necessary steps in order to reach the goal that you want. And I mean, maybe it's just coming to terms with the goal that you thought you had. It's not the goal at all. And so this card, being in its reverse position, what I'm getting is that you're letting go, right? Or you're finally seeing what you need to let go of. You know, it's important when we deal with all this, psychological, spiritual stuff. We can't see it, we can't touch it, we don't know what to do with it. And sometimes spirits send us ideas, right? Send us little whispers, in our ear, in our heart, in our mind. Synchronicities, right? You think something and then all of a sudden you look over and it's 2:22, right? And then a minute later it changes to 2:23, so you caught it just in time. Spirit's trying to tell us something. And what this is looking like you're finally catching on, right? You're finally starting to see what's been holding you back for all these years. I mean, maybe you're just waking up to the whole ascension process. Maybe you're just starting to see reality for what it is. Maybe you're just starting to see the split in realities that we have these days, because people are not living in the same plane of existence. The more you ascend, and I heard this on our everyday lives, which is I love that channel. People, they can't hear you anymore, right? Maybe you're starting to see the world differently, and you're starting to feel better about yourself and more hopeful about the future, right? But then you also notice that the people around you, they just, you're talking and you're speaking from a place of authenticity and you're speaking from a place of love, and they just, it's like they can't hear you. The responses that you get, you just want to say like, wait, did you just skip over the whole sentence that I said? Or did you just pick out one word from the sentence and then decide to formulate your response based on the one word that you maybe triggered you a little bit? I'm sure we've all been there. So I think what we need to do is we need to do the Hierophant spread right now. So the Hierophant spread is, I don't know if it's a real one or not, but it's something that I created. The Hierophant is the 5th card in the Major Arcana, and so I did it in a V shape. We've got rhyme, reason, and responsibility, right? So it's kind of like the way things are to you in your own personal beat in life, like what you're doing. And then we've got reason. Hold on, let's get time out. There we go. Well, we've got reality over here. And reality is maybe what's going on, what's actually going on. And then at the bottom we got responsibility. And responsibility is going to start us into the advice section. But here, let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit's got to say. If you're not already attempting to communicate with, the universal energies that are trying to interact with you and show you maybe the path that you're supposed to be on, you definitely should be. I think Carl Jung said, as the individuation process continues and grows inside of a person, the more important and the more prominent synchronicities get in their life. So let's not underestimate the power of synchronicity, and where that's going to take us. So let's do it. There we go. Hierophant, 9 of Cups. Maybe this personal journey that you're on it's calling you. It's saying that the wishes, the desires that you have require you to go inside of yourself and require you to really dissect whatever it is you need to dissect, because that's a subjective thing. The Hierophant is a very subjective card. All it tells us is we need to go within. I have no idea what you need to go within and find, or what you need to go in and clear out. Maybe it's a lack of faith. I don't know. Going on a limb here, but the Lover's card reversed signifies being confused and not knowing which choice to make. And so maybe the Hermit here is showing us the need for you to have faith. You know, the need for you to have faith that this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is only reversed because you're keeping it reversed. You know, and the more that you let go of whatever it is that haunts you, the more upright this Ace of Pentacles become, right? So, let's get into it. Alrighty. Alright. So, alrighty, what came out? We've got 6 of Pentacles? No, 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. So we're working on something, right? You're working on something. You're working very hard on something. And that's the rhythm. Alrighty. You're working on something. Alright. And then the reality is the Ace of Swords, right? So you got, the reality is that the things, the inspirations that you're getting, right? The things that are coming into your life are based in reality. And so you shouldn't dismiss them. You should not allow yourself to wane or, falter, or you shouldn't allow yourself to trust and believe that the divine connection that you have to yourself and to God is a real one. God loves you, and you need to love yourself. You have to have that Christ consciousness that comes along with ascension. The whole purpose of us ascending, which is what I'm getting right now, is for us to embody Christ consciousness. That's very, very, very important. Because that's where the world's going, whether you like it or not. And when things crumble down, the only thing we have left are, as Viktor Frankl would say, are attitudinal values. And attitudinal values are just like, the depiction of Christ on the cross. He has nothing left. He has been destroyed by everything. Everyone hates him, even though he's pure light, And when he's up there, he didn't lose his faith, He kept it because deep within him, he had an attitudinal value that allowed him to, continue to believe even under the most horrific of circumstances. And you're capable of that too. You are capable of that too. You just don't stop believing. I'm getting that song right now. Don't stop believing. Alrighty, so let's go down here to responsibility. What is your responsibility? Ooh, I just saw that bottom of the deck. We got the seven of swords. 7 of Swords is typically about manipulators and liars, man. I'm telling you. It really is. But, the more I meditate on the 7 of Swords, the more I kind of understand where it's coming from. Plus, I have relationships in my life that, really just 7 of Swords. You know what I mean? And the more I think about why those people are the way that they are and why they do the things that they do, I understand. Because this guy, he's getting these swords and he's getting away with it. But why is he doing it? Why is he stealing these swords? Right? Why? Does he need them? Is he stealing them from some enemy and he's going to give them to his people so that they can defend themselves? So to me, this card is about doing whatever it is you have to do to get what you want. Now, whether that's rooted in something that's light or whether that's rooted in something that's dark, now, who knows, right? That's at the bottom of the deck. So some people would call that an obstacle. I might just call that an insight, right? Something to keep with you. Maybe you need to do whatever you need to do, right? When I was 21 years old, I was at the Salvation Army adult, the ARC, right? Downtown Detroit. I was there for 6 months. And this guy told me when I was a couple months in, he didn't like anybody, right? But then he came around, he started liking me. And he told me, Vince, when I changed my life, I went back home And I looked around at everything I had ever loved and everything I had ever knew. And I knew in my heart that it all had to go. If I had to burn it all to the ground so I could rebuild and create my life, freedom, right? Then that's what I have to do. Maybe that's the Seven of Swords right now. Maybe you just got to do whatever you got to do. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. What's your responsibility right now? All right, let's see. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. We got the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles, it's kind of like, what I'm getting is, I'm getting like fairness. I'm getting like justice. I'm getting like altruism, right? Living your life in service to other people, right? If you are on this ascension process, then you know something that a lot of people don't, right? You walk around with an understanding or an overstanding, the true nature of who you are as a creator, And I think what this is saying is you need to start sharing that love. You need to start sharing that light. You need to start giving to people what the universe is so freely giving to you or trying to give to you. Maybe you need to look around you and you need to see your exact place. Maybe you're not being treated as unfairly as you thought you were, right? Maybe you're not a victim. Maybe you are, I don't know. But what this is saying is that you have a responsibility to give everything that's good inside of you to everyone you come across, right? By giving that light, because you don't know what's going on, right? You go to the store and the cashier, he may have been thinking about killing himself all day, right? But he keeps his smile on, right? Robin Williams was a guy who everybody thought was just an amazingly happy person, You listen to his stand-up and you realize how incredibly insightful he is, and then he kills himself, right? So he was, he had that darkness inside of him, when everybody's got the shadow. Everybody's got the shadow, but not everybody is going to battle with the shadow. Not everybody is going to bring that shadow to the surface and deal with it. But the only way we're able to truly give back and see true justice and give truth and authenticity and love to everyone that we come across is by dealing with that shadow. It is, I swear. It really is. All right, so now I want to pull some advice cards. All right, we're going to do 3 advice cards. And we're going to do it like this. All righty, we got 2. And we have got the devil. All righty. So, let's see. You need to let go of your limiting beliefs, and you need to let go of anything that is holding you down from having a clear, clean, sober mind. You do. You need to start that process today, one step at a time. Shit's hard. Stuff's hard, I know, but this is definitely tiny. The pages are the biggest change cards in the deck. I wholeheartedly believe that. The biggest change cards in the deck. And so this is a change in your desires. This means that your desires, what you really want and who you truly are, is bubbling at the surface, and it wants to get out, right? It wants to get out. But what I'm getting from the Four of Pentacles is that there's a fear, right? It's stability, but maybe this is like order being taken too far. You know what I mean? Maybe you're scared of what's inside of you. I mean, that's not uncommon. You got so much greatness within you that you need to share to the world that it scares the fuck out of you. It scares the crap out of you. Sorry. And then you got the devil at the end. The devil is just sitting there. It's there, I spent a long time with the devil, right? I did. I really did. I spent a long time with the devil, mentally, tearing me down, right? Bringing me to a place that was, comfortably numb, as Pink Floyd would say. And he's at the end. He's right there. And he's on you the whole time. And he's looking at you. And he's just saying, like, no. You need to go out there and you need to worry about all this crap that doesn't matter, right? You need to put your main focus on making money. You need to put your main focus on getting status and power, right? Women, men, who knows, you know? And that couldn't be further from the truth, you know? What you need to do is you need to allow all that stuff that's inside of you to come out. And you can do this just simply by starting to journal. Allow stuff to flow through you. You know, we're energetic beings. We have, you know, energy all around us, and it's coming and it wants to flow through us so it can manifest, right? It wants to become reality. It wants to become life. It wants to realize itself, you know, but if you don't let it, it never will be, you know, never will be. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. I love you. Love and light. Thank you. I got to reach all the way up here. I know it's stupid.